Hello, true crimerers. This is the heist of Otto Titzling. Otto Titzling was an inventor and a kraut, and allegedly he didn't have very much to get worked up about. His inventions, they were failures. His future, it just seemed bleak. According to witnesses, he would flee to the opera at least twice a week. Now, one night at the opera, he would see an Aida whose bust was so big that it would often impede her. Bug-eyed, he would watch her fall into the pits. She was done in by the weight of those terrible tits. Aerodynamically, this girl was a mess. But a fire of inspiration would then fill Otto's soul. He ran back to his workshop, where he futzed and futzed and futzed. You see, because Otto Titzling had found his quest to lift and mold the female breast, to point the small ones to the sky, to keep the big ones, high and dry. Every night he would sweat and he would snort, searching for the right support. He tried string and paper clips. The story goes that he even tried his own 2 lips. Well, he stitched and he slaved and he stitched and he slaved. Until finally, in the wee hours of morning, Otto arose from his workbench, triumphant. He had invented the world's first over-the-shoulder Boulder Holder. Hooray! That very evening, he would run back to the opera house, to the Diva, and with the prototype in his hot little hand. Now, the Diva was like, no, I'm not going to try this on. But after many initial mishaps, she said, you know what, fine. So she finally did. And oh my god, you guys, so according to the stories, the sigh of relief that issued forth from her mouth was so loud that it was mistaken by some to be the early onset of the Sorokin winds, which would often roll through the Schwarzwald with a vengeance. Honestly, I'm happy for her. Her friends and family would say that she was just super relieved and happy to have the support. Now, little did Otto know that lurking under the Diva's bed was none other than the very worst of the French patent thieves, whose name was Philip de Brazier. And, well, he was watching all of this unfold with a great deal of interest. So later that night, while our Broomhilda slept, into her wardrobe Philippe softly crept. He fumbled through clothing and corsets galore until he found Otto's Titzling, and he ran out the door. Neighbors would quote his reaction as this, quote, "Oh my god, what joy, what bliss. I'm gonna make me $1 million from this. Every woman in the world will want to buy one. I'll even have all the goods manufactured in Taiwan," end quote. The result here is pointedly clear. Ladies, do you buy a Titzling or do you buy a Brazier?